Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early January 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aries collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guides, talk to me about the Rams. What do you have for us Aries here as we start this new year nice and strong? And then, yeah, we're just going to start off with this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on. So let's get it going. See what's happening for my Aries collective. Should be a nice, interesting reading, judging by the last couple of weeks. Let's see what's happening. We're always starting with a clean slate here. All right, so your energetic connections are highly highlighted in this time, right? You see this image with the man, the woman, obviously at a distance of some kind, but I feel like this is a very complex card and energy for us to start us off, because energetic connections, it's not just with other people, it could be other things as well. But before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. So as I was saying, you see we have this man, we have this woman. It looks like she's coming out of a mirror. It's very mystical and magical. So of course this could represent distance. It could represent travel. So some of you might be planning a trip or a travel. It's one of those cards similar to like the 2 and 3 of Wands, where distance is implied for whatever reason. But a big thing with this, if it's not two people missing each other or longing for something, this is a big card about your energetic connections here. And it's my personal belief that when we form bonds with people, whether it's friends, whether it's romance, whether it's just people or places or things even that we're very close to, there's some sort of energetic cord and feedback here. So in the coming days and weeks, Spirit might be asking you like, hey, someone or something you are connected to has a heightened sense of importance, right? You might just be feeling the energy of those that you're connected to, right? Your empathy could be heightened up and cranked up to the max. So just keep that in mind as you press forward through the coming days and weeks, that could have a heightened sensitivity to these things and your energetic connections. I'm not saying you need to cut one out, right? Like, it's just being highlighted for one reason or another. So we're just going to put it down right over here. Interesting card, very deep. And yeah, let's get into tarot now. I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Let's shuffle it up one time for the Aries collective and see what's happening in early January. And while we get this deck ready, let's talk about the last week's reading. Very positive, titled Big Win Incoming. And I'll say this, like the past 2 weeks or so, all the Aries energies looked very positive. Whether you're going through tough times, medium times, really good times, the energy looked very optimistic. So I'm hoping that continues for a lot of you. I always say wins come in all different shapes and sizes, right? There could be monetary wins, relationship wins. So that energy could still bleed over into the coming days and weeks. But let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. So let's get these first 3 cards out here and start building this story. What's happening? 3 cards to start for Aries, please. Thank you. All right, Queen of Wands. I mean, that's a big confident type of card. This could be you, another fire sign. We'll get into this a little further. To me, even though it's a Wands card, it could be a very internalized type of energy, which could be good. Let's get a couple more and start to see what the pattern is here. Ace of Cups, wow. All right, so we're looking nice here so far. I don't want to get too overly attached or excited to what I'm feeling already, but let's get one more and we'll start talking about it. Love the Ace of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. All very solid, firm types of energies here. Different suits, could be different areas of life. So we'll have to see what's up, Aries, because remember, the clarifiers are going to tell us a lot about each of these. But let's go through and I'll give you the classical meanings and archetypes of each one. So if you kindly look in the box at first look, first glance, I'm seeing no particular pattern except for the front end here. We have fire, we have cups, which is water, and we have earth. So this could be different areas of life. This could be multiple situations. It could be one situation. The one thing I will say about these cards is they all skew towards the positive. So it's going to be interesting how this plays out. But let's go one by one. Could be a lot of abundance coming in for Aries here. But position number 1, we have the beautiful Queen of Wands. Now, as I already mentioned, this could be a fire sign, so it could be yourself. This could be another fire sign you're connected to. This isn't gender specific. The Queen of Wands speaks about the internalized energy of the suit that she's connected to. And whenever I see the wands, I think of fire, I think of passion, desire. Now, yes, it could be an unpredictable type of energy sometimes, but when I see this Queen of Wands, I think of self-confidence, how one is feeling about themselves. So it's beautiful, it's confident, it's sexy. And the same could be said with the rest of the energy too. There is no lack of confidence in this week's reading here. So someone might be riding high, but remember, I don't want this reading to take a left when we get to the clarifiers. Simplistically, in my style of reading, when we clarify this, it could be telling us something that's coming towards you or a way you might be feeling. Generally a very good card. But as I always say, all cards have positives and challenges. A challenge with this Queen of Wands is it could be somebody who is lacking some self-confidence, or it could be a very spontaneous type of energy or individual. Now, moving to the center here, we have another gorgeous type of energy and card. We have the Ace of Cups. Beautiful stuff here. Now, as I always say, all aces are opportunities and offers. The Ace of Cups is more closely attached to romance or how you're feeling emotionally here. The cup runneth over, right? This is a card of blessings and abundance, very similar. But this is more of like inner feelings of abundance, like emotional stability. But once again, this could be a card of the self, and that's another thing I'm seeing here this week, Aries. Like, all these cards could be directed towards yourself or how you're feeling about yourself. Ace of Cups could be something really, really good. So whether this is an offer, whether this is a win of some sort, or we're describing someone's emotional levels at this time, this could be very good. Now, the challenge of this Ace of Cups, remember, when this cup gets turned over, those emotions spill. Could be a little hectic, could be a little chaotic. Same thing with her. Like, all of these cards, their reverse implied energy does have some spontaneity or unexpectedness to it. So we'll have to see as we move further. So let's get this Ace of Cups right next to the Queen. Could be partying it up here as well. Right? Look at her having a beverage. Moving to the back end, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Very, very sturdy. Now, in areas of abundance and money, this is a beautiful type of card. I always say that Pentacles could represent anything of the material world, whether it's family, whether it is your monetary situations or work. Generally, this card has some independence to it as well. Same could be said with this Queen of Wands. There's a certain level of independence, like, I could do this, I could do it on my own. I don't need any help, I don't need any assistance. This is a very planted, although abundant type of energy as well. So some of you, this could be feelings of stability and sturdiness. But once again, the tough side of this Nine of Pentacles, it could be someone that needs some assistance. It could also represent somebody that's a little too stubborn, right? So, like, the clarifiers are really going to tell us the tale of this whole entire thing. The Nine of Pentacles could sometimes be an individual you're connected to that is way too closely attached to the material aspects of life. But once again, as I was looking at this spread, every single one of them does have aspects to the self. So it's going to be intriguing how this all plays out. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Aries. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here and see what's happening, my friends. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Queen of Wands here. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Aries, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. So let's see what that Queen of Wands has to say. I have a feeling this reading might get much more complex. I'm getting those little feelings already. Like, there could be a lot going on under the surface. So why is the Queen of Wands here? Thank you. Wow. Okay, this is a cause for celebration, my friends. So right here in the front, and remember I did say, like, this Queen, that, like, you could be feeling extra festive in this time. Either you might need to have fun, or you are in the mode where it's like, you know what? I don't want to be so serious. I want to cut loose and have a little fun. The Three of Cups is a beautiful energy. I always say it's happiness, it's merriment, it's just joyous all across the board. So when I see this Queen of Wands sandwiched between the Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups, these are really good positive emotions. So once again, when I see this, there could be a cause for celebration coming in for a lot of the Aries collective. Either that or you're cutting loose, right? Like, maybe times have been a little tough in recent days and weeks. Maybe you've been cramped up in the house or whatever it might be. When we see the Three of Cups, it's like party, party, party. So hopefully this is good. For some of you, this could be good or exciting news coming in. We'll see as we move forward throughout the rest of this reading, but I love this Three of Cups underneath this Queen of Wands. Another thing I will say, very appealing energy here. Three of Cups could represent your circle of influence, could represent someone that you're connected to, that you know they're in your circle. And when I see it all connected here, there could be someone that finds you very much appealing. This is like a magnetic type of energy. So Aries in this time, and you know I'm part of the collective myself, we might be exuding some sort of magnetism, okay, where we might be bringing people or things or situations could be coming to us. So a lot of different things we have going on here. Let's keep moving over to that Ace of Cups. So once again, I'll just sum it up and we'll talk about it more during the recap. For a lot of you, there could be exciting news. You might be cutting loose, or there's this magnetism surrounding the Aries collective. I really like it. So we'll see if it continues. Let's get it going. Let's go in on that Ace. Let's see what's up. So why is the Ace of Cups here? Okay. And I kind of saw this for a lot of you. Initially, this was a little shocking to me. We have the Ten of Swords underneath the Ace of Cups. I would say for some of you, this could be a warning. Watch out for false opportunities in this time. But I do feel for a lot of you, and I kind of saw it like 3, 4, maybe even 5 weeks ago, there was this energy of return here. I'm getting a vibe of coming to peace with something as well. So with the Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords, I'm getting a lot of things. It's like these energies are just streaming through my head. I'll give them to you. I'll try to break them down one after another. One, Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords could be someone who emotionally they're going through a very difficult and tough time. Okay, so there might be someone you're connected through your circle of acquaintance. They're down in the dumps. They're hurting. They're really going through a tough one because this is a card of endings, right? We have beginnings, we have endings, the way this is all playing out. But I'm getting this vibe of something returning. Like someone or something returning, and especially with the magnetism here, there could be some sort of fresh start or fresh new cycle for a lot of Aries here. So I would say this is like a little bit of both. Like there's rough energy here to be had, but at the same time, there's possibility for returns and renewals. Now, when I speak of returns, it doesn't always mean a person, right? It could be a behavior, it could be a thought process, it could be any cycle from the past that does swing back around. Because remember, beginning, ending, this is all cyclical. So for a lot of you, there is that big possibility of some sort of return, okay? But yeah, watch out for someone being very much emotionally down in the dumps. We're going to keep moving because these are very much conflicting types of energies. If we were to read it face up, this is someone who's having difficulties in romance. Emotionally, they're at the, they're at their wit's end with something as well. So let's keep pushing over to that Nine of Pentacles. So that's like half good, half warning. Take it however you want. So let's go in on that 9. Could be a return of some sort. Once again, especially with the magnetism around you. So let's see why that 9 of Pentacles is here. And we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. And yeah, watch out for like false offers. If something is too good to be true, it might be. That's another thing with that Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords. Okay, everything's going to be fine. Resolution, problem resolution. So something that may have been a problem, something that may have been bothering you is really going to resolve itself. We also have the double 9s on the back end. This feels really, really good to me. And I feel like this does tie in more here to what we have in the front end. That's celebratory. Remember, I said exciting news could be coming in. So regardless of what we have here in the center, the 9 of Swords in reverse to me does represent someone's anxieties or stresses lifting or relieving. So underneath a very solid, stable card of this 9 of Pentacles, for a lot of you, if you've been having financial issues in this time, expect some stability or an uptick in your finances when this shows up. But a big thing I'm feeling here is like, if you've been going through any problems, if you've had serious or big problems in recent times, been down in the dumps, there could be a big resolution here where a problem could be fixed. Okay, whether you're the fixer or whether you're not. But with this magnetism, I feel good things still moving towards Aries, right? So if you're in Ten of Swords mode, things have been tough and rough in recent times, I feel like these are really good energies to really embrace and claim here. So let's go through and do a quick little recap. Because the one, it's pretty simplistic, but at the same time, it's complex. This reading is like a conundrum this week. So let's go through and do our recap before we get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, my friends. Position number one, we were starting very good here, along the top, and then even right here. Queen of Wands with the Three of Cups in the upright, right? Living it up, party, party, party. There could be a cause for celebration. So like I said, you might receive some exciting news here. And there was this magnetism around you. There could be someone that looks at you as very, very appealing, okay? And I was getting just this magnetism, whether it's people, things, and it feels really good. But watch for the exciting news, or you might just need to cut loose a little bit. You might need to have a little bit of fun, right? Like, and everyone has fun in different ways. Moving to the center, we have the Ace of Cups with the Ten of Swords. I would say this was the more complex out of the whole entire reading. Someone emotionally, especially connected to the card of your circle, could be really going through a tough one, right? They could be really down in the dumps, hurting, like emotionally rock bottom type of energy. But a big thing I was feeling here, aside from watching out for false opportunities or promises here, with the Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords, there's this cycle of possible return here. So maybe something that has possibly closed out and ended might swing back around. There's a possibility for renewal here for a lot of Aries. So watch out for big returns of different kinds, okay? Whether it's people, places, things, you know. Moving to the back end, we have the double nines, okay? So watch for the angel number 9. The Nine of Pentacles with the Nine of Swords in reverse. Now is a great time for problems to be resolved. For a lot of you, if you've been having financial issues, that could be relieved. You could have some good abundance coming in. And I feel like this could be tied here to the front end. If you've been going through some tough problems or situations in recent times, this tells me there will be a nice resolution coming in where things could be fixed. So beautiful stuff here, Aries. Please take a screenshot of that. Let's get you a shadow card now. I would say overall that's a claimable type of reading. Just watch out for these emotional rock bottoms here. Maybe it's someone you're connected to. They might need your assistance in one way or another. But let's see what's in the shadows. And as you know, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end. I feel like it's a nice thing to do with every reading. Let's see what's in the shadows for Aries. Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. Put a link for it down in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel and my mission. Several different tiers to choose from. Obviously, no pressure. Well, let's get you one shadow card. Remember, shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing as well. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Five of Cups. So there is some pain lurking around the Aries collective, especially with what we had here in the middle. And the Five of Cups is our shadow card. So compiling everything we've been seeing in the reading this week, although we have good things possibly coming and we have some stability and problems being fixed, the Five of Cups does say that there's pain underneath the surface. So whether it is someone you're connected to, whether it's yourself, this is a very common card to have in the shadows, right? Because especially with Aries, we're seen as an optimistic sign, generally, right? Yeah, we're headstrong, we're action-oriented, but generally we're seen as an optimistic sign. We don't like to show people when we're hurting. Right? We're the type of individuals, like if something hurts us or offends us, we don't like to show how much we're affected. And when I see this Five of Cups, there could be something that's still under the surface that's bothering you. And Spirit could be asking you to try to resolve it in your own way, right? There's no proper way or there's no wrong way to resolve your innermost feelings. You might need some sort of release for that when we have the Five of Cups in the shadows. For a portion of you, this could be someone you're connected to that you don't quite see how much they're affected or going through something, which is another thing we saw within the reading itself. So do what you want with that information, Aries. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the January subscriber surprise. For the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls tarot deck. It's one of my favorite new decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments what are one of your biggest goals for this year that we just entered into. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you again soon.